In this video we are going to be looking at a comparison between Nichesss versus Bramework, two AI copywriting tools that can quickly and effectively help you create written content with very little effort that you can use for your blog posts and articles to help build your business and scale it to the next level. So if you're new to copywriting and you do need a fast track to quickly create content, there is a plethora of tools online to help you get started. But the tools in this video here are very useful and effective. They've both got their own alternatives and aspects that you can utilize, but they're a great entry point to get started with creating written content so that you can create professional looking blog posts. So with the likes of Nichesss allows you to generate anything from AI story driven content to blog listicle items, blog conclusions, blog post generators. You can create anything pretty much from like YouTube video description templates and outlines. Very similar to the likes of the Jasper AI. It has a lot of similar tools inside. And as of recording this video, they do have the various different pricing structures. You can sign up with the rookie plan for $19 per month. You can also sign up to different pricing structures, anything from intermediate to pro. Now the prices will increase, but they will unlock more features. You can sign up for a free trial with the platform just to get a feel of how all the tools and features work, which we will look at now in a second. But currently, as of recording this video, they do have access to a lifetime offer where you gain access to unlimited features for a one-time fee. So if you are looking for something that is going to get you started in the right direction, and if you are on a restricted limit or budget, or you have very little money but you still need something to get started, right now might be the best time to gain access to a tool that you only have to pay for once, and that will allow you to create some very professional written content very quickly. So again, a link to Nichesss will be in the description if you want to check it out. But if we jump inside of the dashboard, what you're greeted with is you're greeted with a lot of information based off recent events or projects that you have been working on. You can create and jump straight in and start creating new projects, but you can also gain access to a lot of the content tools in the form of long form generators, AI content, story tools, everything like I mentioned previously, even likes of creating subject headlines and content for your emails, creating content for sales pitches, Facebook ads, Google ads, even LinkedIn posts, all the way to answering questions on Quora, and even writing descriptions for your YouTube videos. So there's a load of different tools and ideas and concepts with this platform that you can use. Pretty much every angle or every business type that you can utilize, there's a way to generate content with it here, which is really effective, and it will be beneficial to you moving forward. So when you're just starting out, if all you want to do is create like various blog posts, all you really want to do is pick a specific tool. So you want to look at the blog post outlines, blog conclusions, title generators and the like. But in this case, all we're just going to look at real quick, we're just going to look at the long form editor. We're just going to click on it, and what we're going to do is click on create new document, and you're just going to add in a name and a description for what the document's going to be about. And once you've added in all the specific elements, you just click on save, and what it's going to do is it's going to open up the content in a different window, and you can start auto writing the content. You can start writing specific elements yourself, and you can then generate additional content. You can also change any specific settings if you want to reword the descriptions or even change the name of the title itself. So what we're going to do, we can click on the auto write button, but sometimes if you don't have enough specific content inside, it will restrict you from doing so. So what you can do is you can highlight the text and a window will pop up. You can click on the star button, and then what it will do is it will generate more characters for you. So as you can see here now, it has generated a lot more content based off that criteria. So as you can see here now, there's 122 words in total just from the generation of the content inside. So you can be as specific as you want to be. Just note that when you are creating content on these AI platforms, that you will still need to make tweaks and adjustments. You will still need to come in and change certain elements, reword certain words. The reason being is because when you're trying to rank your content on your blogs on Google, Google doesn't really like content just being formally created with AI generation tools. You still will need to adjust it to your own preferences to give it a chance to rank. So you do need to be mindful of that. But you can just keep adding in specific elements. You can highlight even more of the text, and you can just keep generating content content. So all you need to do is just highlight a certain element of text and then just click on the autocomplete button again, and it will generate more content for you. Just note that at times with this platform there are cases that because it has generated content, if you try to highlight certain specific elements, all it will do is generate the same type of content again. So what you will need to do is you'll need to type in other types of content and add it in, and from there then you can generate even more content and it will change it around. So as you can see here now, it has generated more content again that you can use. So it really just depends on your own preferences. Ideally what you want to do is with the likes of articles like this, essentially what you're doing is you're just using it as an outline to create content quickly, without the need to have to worry about how to generate content. And if you're happy enough with the elements that has been written, you can just copy it onto the likes of a Word doc or a Google doc, again, which you can use then to add into your blog posts at a later stage, because you will still need to tweak things, you still will need to edit everything out and make it specific to your own preferences and requirements for your blog so that you can get it to rank. So just to give you another quick example, if we look at the blog post title generator or blog post outline, we can just look at a new project. So all we just need to do is add in a few keywords and descriptions to generate the project. So we just click on create project, and what it's going to do is it's going to open up everything on a new window. You're just going to create or add in any specific elements, and we're just going to click on get text. Now what it's going to do is it's going to open up in a few different windows, and it's going to give you a list of ideas that you can use either as a table of contents or that you can use to create specific headlines for like subheadings within your blog posts or articles, which you can then copy. So if you're happy enough with the selection, you can like just literally just copy it, come over to your Word doc and then just paste it in again, that you can use it for a later stage. You can use all of these ideas just to structure out your content and create better blog posts overall. So you're just using it kind of like as a template. Now there is a lot of elements in Nichesss and there's a load of really useful tools inside, but primarily if you're just starting out, there's a lot of these tools and features inside that you may not even use if ever, so it can get very distracting. Plus, compared to other AI writing platforms, because with the plethora of tools that are available, at times it can be a little bit on the clunky side or a little bit fiddly to try and get certain aspects to work, and that can cause a lot of confusion. So you do have to spend a bit of time with it and through trial and error to try and figure out the tools and how to generate content and using the specific buttons, because not everything will work at first glance, if you will. But if you use the methods I've shown you here in the video, where you like highlight the text, you can then generate more content. So there is workarounds for all of the features inside, but again, you will just need to spend a bit of time just trying to figure everything out. But if we look at the Bramework platform, Bramework uses a lot of similar concepts and features, although it is a lot more simplified compared to the likes of Nichesss, because it doesn't have the plethora of tools inside that Nichesss has, or even the likes of other content generation systems with the likes of Jasper. But what it does have is a focus is primarily on one particular concept, and that is primarily to write and create templates for blog posts. Now if we come over to the pricing, you can get started with a 7-day free trial, and the pricing structure is very similar to that of Nichesss itself. There's not really much difference in terms of the prices, and depending on the pricing tiers, again, you will unlock additional features. Now there are limitations, as with all of these platforms, depending on the pricing structure you decide to sign up for, but it really just depends on your own preferences. So if we dive into the members area, you can see from the dashboard you will have access to the likes of an AI writing assistant. Again, you can create your own blog titles, blog outlines, do keyword research. It is a more simplified version, but it definitely does a far better job at being able to present content in a more effective manner. Plus it really simplifies a lot of things, and it does it a lot quicker. So if we come into the AI writing assistant, all you literally need to do is come in, either create a project or create a new project. You will open up this new window. You'll have all the tools and features on the side where you can preview your work, you can save it, you can do plagiarism checkers, where it will check the article for duplicate content on Google to make sure that there's no cloned content, because Google doesn't like that. You can publish content and you can share it to different avenues. Now if you're publishing the content, content, you will need to install a WordPress plugin, because primarily this program does work with WordPress websites. But the benefit that you have with this is you can write the entirety of your blog post and all its features. You can add in everything pretty much. You can change all the font styles, paragraphs, settings. You can create all your list articles. You can add in all of your images. You can also add in more images if you want, using the likes of free images that you can get online. Everything's all in the platform for you to use, and you can summarize and rephrase the content. So literally all you need to do is, when you come in, you can highlight everything, and you can also add in your own affiliate links or even links to other web pages on your websites, and then you can share and publish everything to your WordPress website. You never even have to log in to your WordPress dashboard. You can literally come into the likes of Bramework and do all of your work from here and structure out the blog article how you wish, and then it'll automatically sync to your WordPress website. And even with the assistant here on the side, you can generate all of the titles. As you can see here, it gives you a list of titles. Once you hit that generate button, it's going to generate a list of different blog titles which you can use. And all you need to do to add all your blog titles in, all you need to literally do is click on the plus icon that appears at the side. Once you click that, it's going to come into the article and it's going to put it in the right heading type with the right font size. You can also do the same for blog outlines. So essentially you can create introductions or table of contents sections or lists or other types of content, and essentially all of the elements that are in here, all you literally need to do, you can generate the content. It will show up in this window. All you literally need to do, if you're happy enough with all of the elements inside, just click on insert into editor and it will bring it all in. But not only will it generate all the content inside, it will automatically provide all of the headings for you and all of the subheadings. You don't even have to do anything. It does it all for you. It's so simple and effective in its use that it literally takes all of the hard work out for you. And the same can even be said for keywords, because you can add in specific keywords to give the AI the idea of what it is that it needs to write. Plus you can look at and add in related keywords that will also allow you to generate even more content. Plus it does have an SEO checker which you can analyze specific key elements, and you can change certain things out to help you increase your score. So it will give you specific tasks that you need to complete, and it will tell you if something isn't working or if it doesn't think that something's going to be worthwhile using. It will let you know here to remove it. And if you can increase the score, all these here will be all highlighted in green, so it'll pretty much tell you that the article is good to go. And if you want to even generate more content, again, you can come to the outlines, generate more content, add it in, or you can even utilize the likes of the green checkmark box down the bottom, so you can highlight specific elements and click on it, and again it will generate more content for you. And if you're happy enough with your selection, you can literally preview the article in its entirety, and it will show you how it's going to professionally look on your website, and you can see the structure inside of how it's going to be presented to your audience and your readers. But primarily the cool thing about using Bramework is that when you do create the outlines for your blog posts, yes, you can copy stuff over and put it into the likes of a Google Doc that you can use for later if you want to do it that way. You can also export the files as HTML, PDF, a Word doc or a text file. But essentially you can use this as an out and out template to literally structure the outline of how you want to create your blog. You can generate the heading, you can create the table of contents, and then you can create all of your subheadings and then create the content based around all the specific areas. So you can literally come into Bramework and add in more key elements into each of these areas. Now you will need to restructure the work as I mentioned, but it will give you a brief outline of how to structure your content so that you actually have a template that you can reuse over and over again. And it's very, very simple to use. If anything, from all of the tools that I have used on the internet, among some of the ones that I do mainly use, Bramework for writing blog posts, this here, in my own opinion, has to be one of the best and most easily accessible and usable tools that you can use to generate blog post outlines. It is so easy to use and so effective in what it does that you can create highly professional looking content in only a matter of minutes. Like literally all this here, all you have to do is just do a few clicks and it will generate all this for you. Once you have the keywords and all of the information inside that you need, the AI will do all the work for you, and as you can see here how professionally written it is. Now you will still need to take time to proofread everything to make sure it's consistent with the tone or the topic that you're looking to create. state, and you will need to change things out in order to be able to help it to rank on Google. But you have the basic framework here of a blog post which you can use again and again. That's what's so cool about this platform. But it really just all depends on your own preferences. There's so many avenues in which you can use, again depending on the pricing, because even with the likes of Bramework, even as effective as a tool as it is, it may not be for everybody, even just down to the pricing, as maybe not everybody can afford to pay so much per month depending on their limits and their budgets. And the same can be said with the likes of Nichesss, which in its own right can be quite expensive. But like I mentioned as of recording this video, they are doing a current lifetime offer which you can gain access to all of the tools and features inside. So if you are on a budget, now would be a good time just to jump in. And for $59, it's a no-brainer, because what you can do is you can try the tool, you'll have access to it there, and even if you don't particularly like it or you struggle with it, at least you know you still have it there on the back end, so you can still revisit it at any time, that you're not restricted to paying like various monthly fees. If you're stuck, you can come in, you can use it for a while. If you're not happy with it, you can move on to something else. You can try out a different platform to see what you think for yourself, test that out, and after a while, if you feel like you can no longer afford to keep up with the monthly payments of using the platforms, then your one-time fee of Nichesss is still there for you. You can still log back into your account and you can still pick up from where you left off and still just use it to create the content that you need. It really just depends on your own preferences. But between the two, for simplicity, yes, Nichesss does have a lot more features involved and it can do a lot of stuff. But if you're looking to focus on one particular thing, especially with blog posts and article writing, Bramework would be the better alternative, as it can do everything a lot quicker and more effective. And as you can see how professional everything looks when it's all put together. Again, the AI has done all of this for you, so you don't even have to worry about a lot of this and all of these elements. So again, like, it really just depends on your own preferences and your own take on it. But if you are interested in purchasing any of these platforms or even having a look at them, again, check out the links below in the description to gain access to them, and then you can see for yourself and make a decision on which platform you think would be best suited to your own needs and preferences. So again, be sure to check them out below. And if you have enjoyed this video and you would like to see more content around other comparisons between other types of content creation tools and other tools that you can use to grow and scale your business to the next level, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to be updated when future videos are released. And in the meantime, if you would like to see other types of ways of how to generate content and even scale your business to the next level, I'll leave a link here on screen to a playlist of videos that you can also check out to give you other ideas of how you can potentially scale your business and take things even further. So be sure to check them out, and I will see you all over in the next one.